Hi guys, I am Bianca and welcome to my vlog. Okay, so for today's video, mag-share ako ng mga informations about history. Pero yung mga i-share ko sa inyo, for sure, bago to sa inyong pagdinig. So stay tuned! Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay tungkol sa Act of Declaration of Philippine Independence. Okay, so we all know naman na hindi naging madali ang pagkamit ng independence or ng freedom. It needs to go through a process. Dumaan ang mga Filipino sa mga pangyayari na hindi kaaya-aya. Maraming dugo ang dumanak, maraming mga pangyayari ang nangyari na hindi natin nagustuhan. At of course, dahil sa mga hero natin, nakamit natin ang freedom or ang independence na meron tayo ngayon. On June 12, in-announce ni Diosdado Macapagal, ang ating 9th President of the Philippines. Ang June 12, in-announce niya as a national holiday. It serves as a commemoration of our people's declaration of their intrinsic and inalienable right to freedom and independence, which was confirmed by the Republic Number 4166 in 1964. Okay, so para sa akin, it is important to know when was the Declaration of the Independence was happened. Kasi sa pamamagitan nito, nalalaman din natin kung ano yung mga sacrifices ng mga heroes natin. Kung ano yung mga ginawa nila para lang makamit natin ang freedom na meron tayo ngayon. Knowing the experience of our heroes is like knowing what they have gone through. Kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan nila, kung ano yung mga ginawa nila para sa ating bansa. As we celebrate independence, it is also like we celebrate the victory of the Philippines against the colonization of the Spaniards. So, bale, isa na itong achievement sa atin. At nagpapasalamat ako dahil meron tayong freedom ngayon. Meron tayo nito upang magawa natin yung mga bagay na gusto natin. At laking pasasalamat ko sa mga heroes natin at sa iba pang tao noon na ginawa ang lahat para lang meron tayong freedom ngayon. Isang susunod natin na pag-uusapan ay tungkol sa 1899 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, the Malolos Convention. So, dito kasi, na pag-uusapan dito, yung mga document na kinakailangan ng mga people's representative sa Pilipinas. Bali, napapabilang din dito or napag-uusapan dito ang paghati sa gobyerno into 3 branches, the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. So, etong constitution na to, naka-enumerate dito yung rights ng bawat tao, ng bawat Filipino. Hindi lang ng bawat Filipino, but also yung mga immigrants dito sa Pilipinas para ma-refrain yung pang-aabuso kung meron man. At upon knowing this also, I can say na importante din ang pagkilala or ang pagkakaroon ng kaalaman tungkol sa constitution na to or sa convention na to dahil sa pamamagitan nito na i-establish or napapractice yung democratic government natin. Ang susunod natin na pag-uusapan ay tungkol sa the treaty peace between the United States of America and the Kingdom of Spain. So dito na pag-usapan yung pagkakasundo ng US at ng Spain. At nabanggit din dito yung pag-handover ng Spain sa Pilipinas sa Amerika. At laking pasasalamat ko talaga na nangyari ang kasunduan na ito dahil sa pamamagitan nito, nagkaroon ng konting freedom ang mga Filipino dahil Amerika na ang namamalakad sa atin sa panahon na yon. At isa pa, medyo nabago yung treatment na experience ng mga Filipino dahil mas naging better ito compared sa treatment ng mga Espanyol pa ang namamalakad sa atin. And I am really glad as well kasi may konting freedom na that time ang mga Filipino at naging free na din sila sa colonization ng mga Espanyol. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay tungkol sa Jose Rizal's retraction controversy. So, nakasulat dun sa retraction letter niya or sa isa sa documents tungkol sa retraction letter niya is ang phrase na to, I retract with all my heart whatever in my words, writings, publications, and conduct have been contrary to my character as a son of the Catholic Church. This was the statement in the document which made many historians and scholars believe that Dr. Jose Rizal retracted. But hindi ako naniniwala na nag-retract siya sa mga documents or sa mga publications niya. Because we all know that Jose Rizal spent his time on writing those documents. Even though he is financially unstable that time, he still gave his best para matapos yon. And even his family didn't have a copy of the retraction letter. Hindi rin nila alam na magre-retract si Rizal. That's why hindi talaga to kapani-paniwala. Dahil kung gusto niya mag-retract, ang una niyang sasabihan ay ang kanyang pamilya. And even his closest friends didn't also believe na he retracted. His loved ones didn't believe that he retracted. They knew him very well. And ako din, sa mga nabasa ko sa mga libro, I know that Jose Rizal is a man of his words. He is brave. Mahal niya yung Pilipinas. Mahal niya ang Pilipino. Ang mga Pilipino. So, how come magagawa niya mag-retract? Pero, kung meron mang retraction na naganap, hindi naman to nakakabawas sa pagkatao niya. At aside doon, naniniwala din ako na he didn't really retract his statements because all of his life he spent on loving the country. He spent on loving the Philippines. And if Jose Rizal's retraction controversy is really true, it detracts nothing from his greatness as a Filipino. Okay, so our next na i-share ko sa inyo ay tungkol sa convention between the United States of America and the Great Britain delimiting the boundary between the Philippine archipelago and the state of Borneo. Okay, so it is written an article to follow both countries' agreements and to sign those articles. The United States of America is a leader in this meeting between the United Kingdom and the United States of America, whose president made the articles public and promised that the country and its citizens would fulfill them. The United States of America has consistently and unwaveringly kept its promise. He ruled the Philippines with authority and power during this time. Its people have repeatedly declared it, as have the authoritative and executive members of the United States of America government. The Filipino people also have shown that they are capable of self-government. On March 24, 1934, Congress passed the Philippine Independence Act. On July 4, after a 10-year transition period leading to the Philippine sovereignty, the directive was issued. The President of the United States of America should issue a proclamation relinquishing all rights of possession, supervision, jurisdiction, control, or sovereignty over the territory and the people of the Philippines. Ang susunod na i-share ko sa inyo ay tungkol sa Philippine-American War, Liberty Poems. So, ang poem na ito ay tungkol sa digmaan between sa America at sa Philippines. So, sa poem na yon, I have a section lang na nagkaroon ng greatest impact sa akin. Ito ay the guns began to roar and flames sprung up and soon enwrapped a village on the shore. I took my glass and clearly saw women and children run. I can only imagine how terrified the people are during that war. There are a lot of people who are running to save for their lives, children, women, men. It's really heartbreaking to even think about it. As a Filipino citizen, as a person, I am glad that I haven't experienced that in my whole existence. But I know that a war will never happen again if only people choose to understand. If people always choose the best course of their action without even considering a war. A war will never ever happen again if there is still humanity. So next, American period, President William McKinley's prayer. So si President William McKinley, siya yung president sa United States nung time na hand-over tayo ng Spain sa kanila. So may mga ideas siya kung ano yung maaring gawin para sa mga Pilipino o para sa Pilipinas. At eto yung idea niya na nakakaught ng attention ko. That there was nothing left for us to do but to take them all and to educate the Filipinos and uplift and civilize and Christianize them. And by God's grace, do the very best we could by them as our fellow men for whom Christ also died. So isa yun sa mga idea ni President William McKinley para sa mga Pilipino o para sa Pilipinas. And I am really glad na may mga plano siya para sa atin at hindi man lang siya nag-isip na ibigay or isaulit tayo dun sa mga nangsakop sa atin, which is ang Spain. And laking pasasalamat ko din sa kanya dahil sa kanya ay na-educate yung mga Pilipino, na Christianize sila at nagkaroon sila ng faith sa Panginoon. At nakakatuwa lang dahil hindi niya naisipan na ibalik tayo sa mga Espanyol dahil kung ginawa niya to, maaring ma-experience pa din natin yung mga paghihirap na na-experience natin sa mga Espanyol noon. And naisip ko lang kasi before na halos lahat ng taga-ibang bansa itatrato tayo ng masama, pero nagkamali ako at pinatunayan yun ni President William McKinley na may mga tao pa din na concerned sa Pilipinas during that time. Next is the Common Law of the Philippines, the 1935 Constitution. Okay, so what caught my attention the most is the Section 15 of the Article 3 of the Bill of Rights. It is the Section 15, no person shall be held to answer for a criminal offense without due process of the law. So meaning, no person is responsible for a criminal offense unless it goes through a process. It goes through the legal system. And no one is allowed to call someone a criminal unless it is proven by the court that he or she did something that is unlawful. So, this time kasi sa mga tao, marami agad ang naniniwala sa mga sabi-sabi even though there is a lack in evidence. Mabilis silang maniwala sa mga chismis, sa mga posts sa Facebook. But I just want to remind everyone na wala tayong karapatan na tumawag sa isang tao na criminal unless it is proven, unless it goes through the investigation, unless it serves a perfect evidence that he or she committed an act that is against the law. So no one is allowed to be held accountable for a criminal offense in the name of the law, in the eyes of the jury, unless it goes through a process, unless it goes through a legal system, or it goes through the court. Okay, so next is the World War II in the Philippines. May God bless all of you, Doha Aurora said with copious tears from his eyes. This simple statement during the time had a really impact on every Filipino. Every soldier, every person, every one who fought for the country had to think of God. They must bolster their faith in God and believe of what He is capable for accomplishing. If someone will put that words into their heart, that simple statement can help them to feel better. World War II will live in the heart of the Filipinos. For the sake of the history, World War II will memoirs have been preserved indefinitely. The love and the admiration of every Filipino will be forever in our hearts as they try to save our country from any possible colonization from other countries. Okay, so now, ito yung last topic namin sa midterm at ito yung panghuli kong i-share sa inyo. Historical thinking. So, the profession of historian is linked to historical thinking. When we say historical thinking, it has a relationship in the critical thinking skills to historical data analysis. Usually, ito yung mga ginagamit ng mga historians or pinapractice nila para ma-enable nila yung kanilang critical thinking analysis para makakreate sila ng mga thoughts, ng mga unique accounts sa mga past events or sa past happenings within the context of a particular culture. Additionally, yung mga historians kasi, yung historical thinking skills nila ay nagdi-determine ng cause and effect sa mga specific historical events on the present day. At mahalaga talagang i-practice etong historical thinking, hindi lang ng mga historians, kundi para na rin sa atin upang mas mapaliwanagan tayo sa mga nangyayari noon o sa mga informations about noon. At nakakatulong din ito sa atin, sa generation natin ngayon, nakakatulong ito sa atin ng mga students upang mas maintindihan natin yung mga nais nating maintindihan tungkol sa mga sinaunang pangyayari. So that's it for today's video. Sana may mga bago kayong natutunan. See you on my next vlog. Bye!